Hi everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan with your numerology forecast for February 2019. Now let's begin by calculating your personal year number for the year. We do this by adding the day and month or month and day of your birth date to number 3. Why number 3? That's because 2019 adds up to number 3. So once again, we're going to add the day and month of your birth date to number 3. We're going to continue to add together numbers until we eventually get a single number between 1 and 9, and that's your personal year number for the year. So let me use the example 28th of March, all right? The equation is 2 plus 8 plus 3 plus 3, all right? So let's break it down. I would go 2 plus 8 equals 10, 10 plus 3 equals 13, and 13 plus 3 equals 16. Add together any double-digit numbers. 1 and 6 equals 7 until we get a single number. And that single number 7 is the personal year number for that birth date for the 28th of March. So I'll say it one more time. You're going to add the day and month or month and day of your birth date to number 3. Continue adding numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. And that single number is your personal year number for the whole year. All right? Now, let's get started with the forecast. Right, personal year number 1. Not going to lie, last month in January might have been a little bit dodgy for a lot of you. You know, last month was about bringing up some emotions, sort of working through how to cooperate with other people. It's sort of slow going, sort of can be a bit hard work for some people. February is giving you an opportunity to sort of break through and have a bit more fun. February is asking you to find out what it is that makes you feel good, or if you already know what that is, do more of it. You know, healthy feel good, that is. For some people it's exercise, other people it's socializing, some people it's music, dancing, you know, getting outdoors, all sorts. You know, whatever it is that makes you feel good, do more of that in February. All right. Also, February is asking you to express yourself honestly and authentically. So it's about finding your voice, having the courage to have those conversations where you're really getting your point across and you're being honest about who you are, what you need, what you want, and how you feel. You know, don't be afraid to speak the truth, because it's only when you speak the truth that you're going to move forward in an honest and an authentic way. So there's time for plenty of conversation, connection, and communication with others this month. All right, now there'll be a lot going on. Try not to have your finger in too many pies. You might feel a little bit distracted, so you might have to keep pulling yourself back in and staying organized and sort of focused. Okay, but one thing's for certain, you want to be more social, you want to be more active, and you want to have more fun, and you want to speak and communicate and say whatever needs to be said. Have those conversations. Now, not everyone's able to have those conversations. They may have things that need to be said, things that they need to express to people that they're not quite ready to have a conversation with, or the people are just, it's impossible to have a conversation. Then you can write, you can journal, you can write a letter saying everything and getting everything off your chest and burning it. It's more about getting it out, honest communication out for your sake. You know, expressing out. It's better out than in. You know, saying what needs to be said, all of that kind of thing. All right, I'll leave that with you. Personal year number 2. All right, so those in a 2 year. Now, this whole year for you is about learning to find balance, doing whatever it is. Well, first of all, it's going to provoke you into helping you to recognize what takes you out of balance, you know, where you lose your power, what causes you to sort of feel, you know, mentally out of balance or not in control, or emotionally, or both, or even in your physical world. So it's going to prey on the emotions this month. But don't you worry, you will get through this year easily if you understand that and you know yourself well. So learn to know your triggers. Learn to know your stuff. What have I got to work on? What shakes me? Where do I lose myself? Where do I get unsteady? Where do I get fearful? Learn and know those things about yourself so that you can navigate your way through any rocky times as you go through them. Now, this month of February is asking you to create more stability in yourself as a person. So getting stronger, getting stable, getting mentally orderly. So that's learning to recognize what anxieties you have and knowing that they're not real and seeing the illusion and the fear and sort of getting on top of that sort of thing. Recognizing where you're out of balance emotionally, what unresolved emotions are still sitting there that need to be figured out, brought to the surface and healed. Some people it's getting organized from a health perspective, taking on a healthy new regime and sort of being a bit more healthy. Other people it's getting more organized and getting your life together from career and a financial or a business perspective. Either way, in other people, it's getting organized, family, home, all of that kind of thing. So this month for you guys for February is going to require effort. You're not going to get away with just sitting on your backside doing nothing. It's head down, bum up, shit needs to be done, and you got to get off your ass and do it. Okay? The trick is to work out what you need to do to create stability, order, organization, and a solid foundation and structure in your life across the board. All right? So come up with a plan of action, and follow through. All right? Right, I'll leave that with you. Personal year number 3. So this year for you is all about figuring out what makes you happy. But first of all, what may happen is life may show you what makes you unhappy so that you can get clear about what things are creating unhappiness in your life. It could be limiting beliefs or a bad attitude. It could be living in the past. It could be being unable to forgive someone or something that's happened to you. It doesn't matter. It's first of all going to bring up what makes you unhappy. It could be your diet. It could be, the way that you're living your life. It could be a relationship that's making you miserable or a job. So first of all, life will show you what makes you unhappy because your happiness is paramount here. And so we're getting to a point where we go, well, now I know what makes me unhappy. I got to do what makes me happy, you see? And so it's about teaching you how to get clear about what makes you feel good and doing more of that. And that sort of sounds like it's a waste of time, like it's a little bit airy-fairy, but not in the world of energy, because our emotions attract. They're like magnets, we attract what we feel, we attract what we think. Now, when we feel good, it doesn't mean we're going to have this amazing, easy-peasy life when everything goes our way. That's never going to happen for any of us. Happens at times, but not consistently, unfortunately. What it means is, though, it means that you're not going to avoid challenges and problems in your life, but if you do have any problems and challenges, you will overcome them quicker. You will attract solutions to problems. You'll attract synchronicity, being in the right place at the right time. The right person steps on your path. The right opportunity comes at the right time. You improve your health quicker. It's all about how you're feeling and what you're thinking. And this year is asking you to really understand that and to tweak things, to change things around so that you're doing more of making a conscious effort to feel good as you possibly can. All right, now this month of February is going to be a lot going on, so don't have your finger in too many pies because you'll dilute your energy and there could be changes, things coming from left field. So this month is going to keep you on your toes. Don't make too many plans. Try not to say yes to things unless you really want to do them and you really know you can commit to them in case something comes from left field, something unexpected that requires your time and attention. All right, now this is a month of change. All right, progress, movement, and change. If there's any changes that need to be made in your life, now's the time to make them. Now, some people may not have a choice, and change may be forced upon you. All right, now whether that change is something you want and it's something good, or it's something you're kind of not very happy about, don't worry. Well, try not to worry. I know it's hard because you're a human, but trust life. Life knows what it's doing, even if at the time it feels like, what the hell is going on? This is insane. And I know from personal experience that this is true. Trust me, you don't even want to get me started on that. But there's always a silver lining. And when you think everything's crap, it can change when you get further down the line. So don't evaluate the situation until you're at the end of the story. Okay? So progress, movement, and change. Get out there, be more adventurous. Great time to be a mover and a shaker, to promote yourself, to network, to go on adventures, to travel, to try new things. All right? Have a great month. I'll leave that with you. Personal year number 4. Now, you've got to remember, guys, the theme for your whole year this year is head down, bum up, putting in effort to get your life how you want it to be. It's about getting yourself in order, getting your head and your mind in order, getting your emotions in order, getting your physical world and your physical life in order. That could be finances, career, it could be your own home, getting your home in order, renovating, it could be getting your body in order, getting your health in order, getting your business set up, getting your finance and debts paid. It's about doing what needs to be done to get things how you want them to be and doing the work. So there's a lot of work required of you this year. Now we're going into February, and February is all about stabilizing the home and the relationships around you, especially with family, loved ones, children. For those who work in a service-based career, it could be relationships with people in general. You may find that issues that have been brewing beneath the surface to be resolved will rise to be resolved this month. This month has given you an opportunity to look at the relationships in your life. It could be work relationships, it could be love relationship, family. Being aware that you are there to be a shoulder to cry on where you possibly can. At times you're going to feel like, I really don't want to do this. I've got my own things I'd rather do. I feel so bogged down by this, but know that if it's the right thing to do, you have to do the right thing, even if it cuts into your own time, even if you'd rather be doing something else. Do the right thing. It's almost like you're being tested for your dedication and commitment towards others. So try not to be selfish this month. Be a shoulder to cry on. Look for ways and opportunities that you can be of assistance to others in need. Also be aware of any unresolved issues you've got with other people. Have the courage to overcome your pride and to sort of try and make peace with your can. Now, there are many situations where that's not possible and it's not meant to be, and that's fine. But it's more about at least being open to the possibility of doing that, because it is the right thing to do, just for resolution, no matter who's right or who's wrong. Peace and a harmonious feeling inside is gold as far as our soul is concerned, okay? All right, I'll leave that with you. Personal year number 5. All right, now this year for you is all about progress, movement, and change. So it's going to be a pretty full-on year. It's going to be quite busy, a lot of things happening, coming from left field. If there's changes that need to be made, this is the year to make them. New things, new adventures. You may feel like you just want to run away from the world and go on a crazy adventure. Some people do, and if you can, I recommend that, but for those who can't, this year is asking you, it's saying, what changes need to be made? What do you need to change to be happier? What needs to change for you to be healthier? So don't be afraid. Don't stick to what's old and outworn just because it's better the devil you know. Have the courage to dare to be different, to try, to go for things you normally wouldn't do, experience new things, try new things. Now, the month of February is actually asking you to go out of your way to make an effort to spend some quiet time alone so you can contemplate and you can process where you're at, what's going on around you, answer to the big questions. Who am I? What's the meaning of life anyway? What am I doing here? What do I want from my life? What do I want in the future? Am I really happy? What's going on? It's a month where life is asking you, and all the busy turmoil of the the hustle and bustle of life and technology and people and socializing and work, to make some quiet time alone, to go deep and to analyze and contemplate who you really are, what you really feel, what's going on inside. Some people get into meditation in this sequence of numbers. Some people start taking up yoga or meditation or some sort of mindfulness or sort of a mind, body, spirit wellness thing. Some people go on a health kick. Some people pick up a book and read like a self-help personal development book. Great month to do anything mind, body, spirit related. Great month to work on what you believe spiritually. What's my spiritual truth? Yep, you got a busy life. It's a busy year. But if you can make some time for rest and relaxation, peace and quiet, time away from technology and from social media and people. Even if you're you're a parent with young kids, you have hardly any time to yourself, but you lock yourself in the toilet just for some peace and quiet for 10 minutes and listen to some peaceful, beautiful music on YouTube. Who knows? Just do what you have to do to create peace and harmony in your life. Personal year number 6. All right, so this year for you guys is all about family. It's about relationships, and it's about being of service to others and the community. Great year for you to work on self-love and your relationship with yourself. Getting clear about what you need to do. What do you need? Do you need more quiet time for yourself? Do you need to exercise more? Do you need to take care of a health issue that you keep putting off and hope it goes away, but it never does? There may be you might want to do a makeover. You might want to try something new, but definitely a year for you to put yourself in that list of, people to love and to care for. You've got to be at the top of that list as well. Do things for yourself. Now, you're going to be there for others this year. People are going to need you. Family, friends, work colleagues, clients, if you work in a service-based career. So be there for those who need you, be that shoulder to cry on, and be of assistance where you can. Now, for the month of February for you, this is a month where it's going to focus on business, career, job for a lot of people, If you don't have a job, it can be money. It can be money even for those that do have a job. So my tips for you this month are don't overspend, budget. Be careful where you spend your money. Be on the lookout for opportunities to attract money. Then for some of you, there may be career opportunities. There may be opportunities to earn extra money or to receive extra money. Also, this month is asking you to be aware of what you're focusing your attention on, because it's a very powerful manifestation number, all right? It's a manifestation month because you're actually in a 6 year, but you're in an 8 month. And that number is understanding the law of attraction. It's understanding the universal laws that we are an energetic being, that thoughts are energy, and we attract what we focus our attention on or we put our energy into the most. So therefore, if there's something that you'd like to try and attract in your life, providing it's for your greater good and it's destined for you, which we're never going to know if anything's destined for us anyway. The only way I think we'll probably know that is if it happens. And if it doesn't, well, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. But if it's for your greater good and it's part of what you're meant to go through, you will experience that. You will attract that, okay? And what you want to do is you want to be aware that you don't want to attract what you don't want. So if anything, pay attention to your worries, your anxieties, your stresses, and your fears, especially obsessive thinking. If you're going to obsess about something over and over and over with emotion of, oh my God, panic, fear, freaking out, whatever, be careful. That's a really dangerous place to be in, because when a thought is backed up or supported by emotion, especially freaking out emotion, not good. You increase your chances of attracting that to you like a magnet. It's like a time bomb waiting to happen. So get on top of your worries and fears. Get on top of your doubts, okay? Try yourself to catch yourself out when you're thinking negatively, okay? And go, oh my God, I'm doing it again, right? What can I, what's a better way of thinking of this situation? How can I perceive this situation or this experience from a more positive perspective? Try and see the bigger picture. We're all meant to go through challenges. We didn't come here for an easy life or an easy ride. We came to do some work. So know that when there's a challenge, it's okay. You will come out the other end, and you'll be okay. All right? Now, personal year number 7. Well, this year for you guys, life is asking you to spend some quiet time alone as much as you possibly can, to ask yourself the big questions, to go deep, to go broader, and to be a little bit more meaningful, and to ask, who am I? What is the meaning of life? Am I happy? What am I doing here? What do I want from life? What's making me unhappy? What do I need to change to be happy? You know, this year is asking you to figure out what you believe spiritually. Some people believe there is no such thing as any spiritual truth. They're just atheists. They don't believe it. That's fine. You know, others it's like Buddhism. Some it's Christian, believing in God. Others it's mind, body, spirit, spiritualism. It doesn't matter what you believe. It's just a year that life is asking you to just have a look and dabble in those areas. You know, a lot of people are into personal growth. You will find that you grow a lot this year. And that's why it's important that you have that quiet time alone so that you can process what's happening to you. So you can process the thoughts and the changes that are going on inside you so that you've got enough time alone to come away from the hustle and bustle of life, get away from people, away from technology. Peace, mind, body, spirit, meditation, if possible. Quiet in your mind. Be in nature. Get in touch with what you're really thinking and feeling, especially if you're going through stressful things and challenging things. The more you stay on the hamster wheel going round and round and round freaking out, the answers are not going to come. You know, all it does is it feeds and feeds and feeds, and it's very difficult to get clarity. It's very difficult to receive intuitive guidance. It's very difficult to attract synchronicity, as in, here's a solution, here's the right place to be at the right time so you can get out of this mess. You need peace and quiet and calm to find those answers, to get to that intuition, to find a place of peace and harmony from within. And that's what this year is asking of you. Now, the month of February is about out with the old to make way for the new. It's asking you to have a look at your life and see what no longer serves you. All right? What you're giving energy to that you're not getting anything back from. Why are you banging your head against a brick wall? What is draining you? What is making you unhappy? What's outgrown its sell-by date? Could be a friendship, a relationship, a job, a hobby, a home. You know, or everything can stay the same, but you internally are feeling like you've outgrown a side of yourself. It could be a limiting belief. It could be an issue that you have with somebody that you've outgrown. It's like, oh, I'm sick of being angry with my cousin about that thing they did back in 1985. You know, it could be just, I'm sick of always being miserable about life, and I'm sick of being unhappy about this, so I'm going to be positive now. You know, some people it's an inner change. One thing's for certain, out with the old to make way for the new, a time of endings, completion and transformation, where you're going from the chrysalis to the butterfly. There's new beginnings coming for you next month, and this month is asking you to out with the old to make way for the new, so there's space for these new opportunities, these new thoughts, and this new you. All right, I'll leave that with you. Personal year number 8. All right, very important year for you guys this year. The 8th year is a very powerful manifestation year. Okay, well, you know that you've got to be aware of what you believe, what you're thinking, how you're perceiving things around you, where it's vital that you have a positive mindset, where it's vital that you broaden your understanding of the universe, you understand universal laws, you know that everything is energy, you know that your thoughts are energy and you're attracting what you focus your attention on, and you're an energetic being. You attract like a magnet. So it's a very important year for you to get strong within yourself, to have confidence, to believe that life is pretty hard, to be honest with you. My life's been really hard. So life was never meant to be easy. But that's part of what we signed up for. We came here to learn and grow. And when you perceive life from that broader perspective, you will get through your challenges quicker and easier. You won't hold on to the pains and the heartaches and the misfortune. You will accept things and you will let go and move forward quicker so that you can attract more positive opportunities, people and experiences in your life. That's basically one of the incentives of why it's such a good idea to get an understanding of this, so that you can attract better situations, people, and experiences. I mean, that's enough of an incentive, isn't it? You know, so that's what this year is asking you. Now, for the month of February, new beginnings. Yay! New beginnings, new opportunities. For some people, that could be in the work area. Now, don't be worried if you're looking for a new job and you're in this 1 month of new beginnings and you don't get this new job. It can be a setup where all the pieces and the components are coming together, and you may not start the job, but the setup is there and things are happening behind the scenes, okay? New beginnings, it could be a new relationship that you're hoping will take off. It could be a new home that you're hoping, or a new investment, or a new partnership, or a new project that you're working on. It's even if it doesn't take off and fully be up and running this month, it's okay. It's about being open to setting it up as well. Okay. Now, this is a month to be proactive. All right, take action. Don't wait for things to come to you. Go out there and don't necessarily make them happen, but plant the seed. Take some steps and then let it go and be positive about it and know that if something is meant to be, it is meant to be. And if not, it just wasn't. If something doesn't happen, it's not that you've done anything wrong. It's not that the world is conspiring against you. It's not because you suck, all right? It's simply because it wasn't meant to be. That's it. It just wasn't meant to be. And that's partly because something else is. See? Don't make a drama out of it. Don't make a big deal and stress yourself out forever over it. Just let shit go. Because especially in this 8 year, we got to let stuff go. Because if you're attracting what you're focusing on this year, well, you are all the time anyway, but doubly so this year. So you can't afford to hold on to drama and stress and anxiety in the past. You've got to move through things quickly, okay? Accept, let go, move on. Boom, done, end of. All right, I'll leave that with you. And last but by no means least, personal year number 9. All right, the 9 year, out with the old to make way for the new. Endings, completion, and transformation. Now, for some of you, it's going to be very obvious as you go through the year. There may be an end to a relationship. There may be an end to a friendship, a hobby, a period of study, a project, a home, God, anything. And it could be obvious, all right? And it's part of your progress and your transition. Others, everything in your life may stay the same, okay? But you have an internal transformation going on. It's out with the old new and making way for this whole new you that's going to unfold as we go through the year. The chrysalis to the butterfly, remember? And it's a process, a step-by-step process. Now, this month, okay, of February, is a 2 month, and that is where it can bring some emotional stuff to the surface. For some of you, it'll be awesome emotional stuff. Happy, yay, yay, joy, joy, right? Other people, oh, that's kind of not comfortable. But don't worry, don't panic, don't be getting all, I'm freaking out. It's okay, all right? All it's asking you this month is to be aware of what you really, truly feel emotionally. So it's going to heighten your emotions so that you can ask yourself, what do I want in my life and what is emotionally making me not feel so good, so I can, take some steps towards making some changes and transforming myself in my life based on how I feel. All right. Now, great combination of numbers for raising your intuition. So follow your gut instinct. Okay. Now you can receive clearer, more accurate, intuitive guidance the more balanced you are and the more grounded and harmonious you are as a person from within, all right? And you get that balance and harmony from within through peaceful thinking, through perceiving life and yourself and what's going on around you from a higher perspective, a broader perspective that life isn't conspiring against me, life isn't this bad, awful thing. It's okay, I've come to learn and grow. Yeah, that sucked, but it's okay, I can handle it. This is just what life is. Don't hold on to your losses. Don't dwell on the shit of the past. Move forward, okay? Because especially this month where your emotions are heightened, you don't want to make yourself feel any worse than you need to. So jump out of any negative feelings as fast as you possibly can and be open to awesome things. Great month to do things that do raise your, increase your intuition, meditation, quiet time alone, spending time in nature. You may want to be a bit more deep and meaningful, have some more sort of bonding and more one-on-ones and heartfelt conversations and connections with people. Some people may find that, issues with other people that have been brewing beneath the surface are going to come up this month, and they're going to have, there's no avoiding it. Okay, so be aware of that. And some people may have endings in partnerships or connections with other people. But for the most part, be positive and be happy. Do things that make you feel happy this month. So I'll leave that with you, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic February. Now, I'm still doing my 2 for the price of 1 12-month forecast for the whole 12 months for $25, and it's your whole chart. So it's your destiny number, your life purpose. Oh my God, there's like 100 and something. Well, there's heaps of pages anyway, and a forecast for the next 12 months. And you get 2 of them for 2 different people, or for yourself if you want one for this year and one for next year. 2 for $25. All you do is you go to my website up here, all right, go reports and charts, click on that, go personality profile and 12-month forecast, click on that, buy your first one, pay for it, fill it out as normal. When I send that back to you, I'm going to ask for the details of the free second person, and then I'll send that through, all right? Okay, I'll leave it with you. I hope you have a fantastic February where everything goes your way, and when it doesn't, don't worry. Everything is going to be okay in the end, all right? So I'll leave that with you. All the best, take care, and I'll talk to you in March. Bye.